Hey guys, this is Jeff with Wiseman Automotive. I want to show you my equipment trailer real quick. I've used this thing to haul tractors and cars, SUVs, trucks, you name it. I've hauled a decent amount of stuff with this trailer, and I really, really like it. I bought it brand new a couple years ago. I probably had it for about, I don't know, 4 years roughly. It's probably about 2020 when I bought it. And I want to go over a couple of things that made this trailer a lot better with my little upgrades that I did. The first thing is, I'll start with the tongue here. You can buy these little things off of Amazon. What it does is you put this around your tongue and it holds your safety chains up and out of the way. That way, if you have this thing parked in the grass, you're not hitting your weed eater against the chain. So that's really nice. It keeps everything up nice and tidy. Another thing I like about it is it keeps your trailer connector up off the ground, and it has this cap that goes over top to keep moisture from getting in there too much. If you do not have one of these, I recommend you take your trailer wiring and face it down every time you park your trailer. That's a neat little thing you get off of Amazon. Another thing I did was I added that bar there, and we added that bar right there, and then I bought this toolbox and fastened everything together. This toolbox has been really nice. Again, I got this off of Amazon. I got, just to show you what I keep in my toolbox here, I usually have about 3 of these big ratchet straps, and I got several different types of chains. I got long ones, I got short ones, I got chains that have uh, big hooks, I got chains that have smaller hooks. There's different applications for different needs. I have a little bucket here, and that's where I keep the remote to my winch. So that way the remote doesn't get damaged as this thing's going down the road, and all these heavy pieces of chains and stuff and binders are not damaging it. I got, I think, 2 different, the dog leg styles, which is usually the style I use the most. And I have 2 or 3 different of those ratchet style binders. I got a cheater bar in here as well. Speaking of the winch, here's the winch. It's a 12,000 pound Champion winch. I got it from Tractor Supply, probably roughly 2010-ish, 11, something like that. So I've had it for a while. It has been great. It's actually pulled a, I remember I pulled a like 1940s Dodge truck out of the woods one time with it, and it had 4 flat tires, and it had been sitting for a long time, and it pulled it right out of there. I've been very happy with this thing. I've used it a lot. I got it mounted to the front here. So like I said, this is a 18-foot, 10,000 pound trailer. Another thing I have is some of these right here, these tire covers, just to keep them covered, keep the sun from beating on them. Another little upgrade I did was, when you pull a vehicle on here, like a small car, and you try to open the door, sometimes the door will hit the fender, and then you get the Dukes of Hazzard yourself coming out the side, and I'm getting too old for that. I don't want to do that. So what we end up doing, we end up taking and cutting the fenders off. Then we took angle iron here. If you look, we weld the angle iron on, and we put these pins in, and these pins right here have bolts, nuts on the bottom of them, and they're just fastened through, and then you got these pins right here, and I got 4 of them for each fender. So you just take this pin out, take that pin out, one back here and one right here, which I'm missing one, and then you pop those out, and then you pop this fender, and it'll come right off. Now, these fenders, I will say, probably make a little noise going down the road, maybe vibrate a little bit, but I'm all the way up in the front of my truck. I never hear them. It doesn't bother me a bit. That was a really good upgrade. I am so glad I did that. It has made getting out of the vehicle so much easier. Another thing I did was I took my license plate, and these things come with a license plate bracket. Goes right here, and they're made of plastic. And you rip off your license plates, and then next thing you know, they're gone for good. So I will transfer my license plate to the center here. The only thing you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure you put your license plate light there. It's got to be illuminated to pass state inspection. So you do have to move that as well. One other little final upgrade I did for this trailer was I put pins in here on either side, on the inside, and the reason I did that is because sometimes you need to remove these pins and you slide it out that way so you can take your ramps off, just in case you had a long vehicle in here. The biggest thing I had on here, or the longest thing I should say I had on here, was probably that Escalade, and I had to remove the ramps because the bumper was not quite long enough, or too long, I mean, for these to be able to get fastened on. So I had to throw my ramps in the back of the truck, and they're heavy, but yeah, so it's a good idea to have them where they can be removed very easily. Speaking of the ramps, if you look right here, you see these feet right here. If you have a trailer that doesn't have those feet, you got to be careful when you're loading and unloading vehicles and equipment and such. I've had them. Actually, I've had two different people borrow my old trailer that didn't have those, and they tried loading something on the back, and when they put all the weight in the back of the trailer, it picked the back of the truck up, and they end up chasing it down the hill. So you want to make sure you get some feet on your ramps there. Another thing I'll say about the ramps real quick, some people like them where you take the ramps and you slide them underneath, and that way you don't have to worry about all that sticking up like that. I like having ramps sticking up, and the reason is because if this trailer is unloaded and you're trying to back it around, and if you have a dually especially, it is hard seeing this trailer. So I can back this trailer really good with or without a load on it, because I can see the ramps. So anyways, those are just some of the things I did to make this trailer better. I really like it. It served all my purposes. I've hauled tractors on it, cars, trucks, SUVs. All my decking boards I hauled on it. A telephone pole one time. So I mean, I've hauled all kinds of stuff on this thing. It's been a good trailer. One suggestion is make sure you keep your tires covered. I am in the process of ordering me a spare tire cover for this. Keep that sun off of it. But yeah, so those are the upgrades I did, and I think it's a really nice trailer, and I really like it. Let me know what you think. What other kind of upgrades can we do? Make it better. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.